Hello guys, nice to meet you. This is my first time to record a video for YouTube, so apologize for my poor English. I'm one of the creators of the Pen Tarot. You can call me Cai. The reason why I choose to create a tarot deck, this story goes back to when studying in UK. There was a famous Manchester social media, especially in the Chinese international students circle. So no matter how big or small the matter is, students always seeking for her help. She has become a godlike figure among the Chinese international students. Although in that time, I'm not part of the historic community, I want to having a tarot reading experience. It's strong, powerful, beautiful. In that time, I think maybe also I can have some stress trains for my study, family, and loving. But I think her face is a little bit high in that time for me as an international student. So the poverty made me stop in this track. But I think her studios in 25th century, I remember it. It's very tiny, small but beautiful. Everyone should have a look. If I have another chance, I would save my money to go for having a beautiful tarot reading experience, I think. And then during the time when I was studying in UK, I went through some really bad things. Because of the COVID-19 and some China's strict return policies, my roommates decided to move out from our 4-person ensuite to prevent the chance of infection, and that was in Chinese New Year, which is supposed to be a holiday of reunion in my country, but I was forced to say goodbye to my roommates. Maybe it's hard to understand. The only thought in my mind was I had been abandoned. That was really an emotional wreck for me. So I couldn't find out why it happens. Fortunately, I found a tarot. She gave me lots of help through the internet tarot reading. So that's the first time I saw the power of tarot. That I stopped the 2 days of tears, and until this day, I think it was a time during my life when I needed tarot the most. My second relationship with tarot came from my first real job. As a fresh graduate, I joined a poker studio with passion and got to know Bai. She's another creator of the Pen Tarot. So at that time, our studio was releasing a tarot deck with rabbit. I was a painter of it. So as a new person just to come to contact the renown, I had nothing about tarot. But you know, my job is to market this deck. To market this tarot deck, I started to study, learning, understanding the meaning of tarot. However, after including a later moment of the disagreement with the studio, Bai was fired, and I comforted her with my poor tarot knowledge. You know, after comforting me, the power of tarot also comforting another girl, and I gave the tarot reading to her, a very amazing experience, you know. So in my mind, tarot is warm and can give hope to a person who face the adversity. Therefore, we choose a light and cheerful stroke to describe our Pen Tarot. Bai was a girl who loves animals very much. She adopted a white kitten, so she named herself Bai, which means white in Chinese. According to her, this little kitten was covered with fleas when she brought him home, and she spent a lot of money, time to care for him. I think this girl was so kind that it was to be friends. After being good friends, and unfortunately she was fired by this little poker studio, we decided to make our own deck. This deck must with animal character, and it must be fun warm, easy to understand, and maybe have some Chinese cultures. You know, the tart originally from Egypt, and it is full of Western culture. You think that put Chinese culture to a Western tart, isn't it an amazing and interesting job? So we did that and replace the words with Chinese. Actually, we put more than this price. Actually, we put lots of Chinese symbols, especially in SP version. For example, we replace the hermit with a tourist preset image. This is a traditional Chinese culture, and replace the lamp with a fire-baked tortoise shell, which is used to build tools that tourist preset for divination. And in the justice, we use the Bao Qingtian image. He's a famous Chinese judge in history. And if you're going to China, ask little kids on the street, she will tell you that Bao Qingtian is so good. He works so hard for people, and he's very fair. So Bao Qingtian's main character was he has a black half moon on his face. If you're going to see our deck, you will find it. If you want to know more, please message us and leave comments on this video to give us some spots.